Alright, what's up guys? It's Reclaimer, and today I've got a little bit of a different kind of video. Today I wanted to have somewhat of a conversation with you guys, and this is something that I've never done before, and something that I honestly didn't think that I would do, but it's just there's been a lot on my mind recently that I really just want to talk to you guys about for a second, because I feel like I'm at the point with this channel where I can have serious conversations with you guys, and there are a group of people, because I know obviously this video won't get as many views as my normal videos would, but I just wanted to have like a conversation, because there's been a lot of things on my mind, and I really just wanted to kind of vent and put my thoughts out there, because I've been feeling a lot of different emotions lately about YouTube and competition and Halo and all those things, just like in general. And I've never been more like happy and motivated and not content, but just I guess proud and happy about where things are going. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it today. So just as a little precursor, I guess, if that's the correct word, there's gonna be no Halo gameplay in this video. It's just gonna be me talking, and I'm sorry that I don't have a better setup for this. I just have my webcam, the same webcam that I use for streaming and for live commentaries, and I just have my Astro mic, and that's all I've got to work with. But I really did feel compelled to make this video, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about these things, because like I said, I've been feeling a lot of emotions recently about YouTube and about Halo and about competition, about all these different things that I have become such a big part of over these last few months. So I have obviously since December, late November, so around the time I joined Chaotix, so it would have been right after Thanksgiving. I really got motivated with YouTube, and I had decided that when I first started teaming with Cole and Tyler, when I was first given an opportunity to expand my audience and to really give this thing a shot, I decided that I was going to go for it, and I decided that I was gonna really try my hardest to grow an audience and to make friends and to be a positive person and to work hard at this, because this has been my dream for years, to be able to play Halo and not even that specifically, but play the games that I love, have good friends, form interesting and lasting relationships, like some of the things I'm just going to touch on, like these. It's crazy to me that I now, because of Halo, because of YouTube, because of these people that I play with, I'm friends with people like Ubernick and people like Waji, people who live in Germany and Ireland, and like people that I wouldn't be friends with normally. And something else that even like my dad pointed out to me is that I'm 17 years old. All of my friends in real life are people that are my age, that are 16, 17, 18, and I'm hanging out with Cole and Tyler and Dallas and Jesse, and they're all in their 20s, and it's not something that's normal. And my situation is unique, but at the same time has been done so many times before. And I really just want to talk about this, because I don't know when this video is going to go up. It might be Monday, it might be Tuesday, but I took a road trip with a couple of the Chaotix guys. A lot of the guys I just mentioned. It was me, Cole, Dallas, and Tyler and Jesse, and they were going to take a road trip for Dallas's 2,000 subscriber celebration, and they were going to be coming through my hometown, so they offered to pick me up, well, I think originally they might have been coming through my hometown, but they ended up going pretty far out of their way to come get me. But regardless, they came and got me, and we all had a really long car ride, and we like didn't know where we were going. We got in Jesse's car, and it was like cramped, and we took a ride, and we just like rode, and I sat in a cramped car with those guys for hours, and we met, like, it's funny, we had interesting experiences, and like we rode until like 3:30 in the morning and met an interesting guy in the gas station, and then the next morning got up and drove another hour and a half and filmed in some random city in Indiana. And it's like it really like hit me while I was there, and I like talked about it with some of the guys, because it's so weird. All of this was so foreign to me, and I for the longest time, from around the time that I was like 10. I remember it perfectly because I still mention it today. This YouTuber named Chaotix, he's still around. He still does stuff. I watched his Modern Warfare 2 videos in like 2009. I watched his videos. I watched Hutch, CNanners back when he was still doing COD. And then I really got into like the MLG scene with Halo 3. And I had always been playing Halo, because I've played Halo since I can't even remember. I was like 5 years old or something. But I really got into it with YouTube. It's just this whole other side of the community, of the player base that I didn't know existed, and I got so into it and so submerged, if I'm wording that correctly, into this community. And for the longest time, I was on the outside looking in. I was just a viewer. I would see these people travel to events and play in tournaments and make videos with other creators and have fun on this game, and I wanted to be like them for so long, and I made an effort. And admittedly, I was just a kid. I didn't make the best effort. I didn't have any idea about marketing, about making myself presentable, about growing a brand. I had no idea about any of those things. I just wanted to do it for fun, and I did, and I couldn't make it work, and that was discouraging to me. But I still was so invested, and that was the word that I was looking for, was invested. I was so invested in the community, and I was such a passionate viewer that I stayed invested, and I watched, and I loved the people and the teams and the content for so many years. And I finally decided I got really good at Halo, and I decided to give it a shot at competing. And eventually I was given an opportunity, and I'm glad that it happened when it did, because I appreciate it so much more now. If it had happened at any other time, I don't think I would have appreciated it as much, because I'm obviously, people refer to this time when you're a teenager as your formative years, and I don't know how correct or incorrect or messed up this might be, what I'm talking about, but I think that this was like the perfect time that could have happened, because I appreciate it so much. You guys have no idea. YouTube, I've talked about this before. YouTube is so or well, not even YouTube in general, but just like gaming content, whether it be like Reddit or YouTube or Twitch or whatever it may be, is so oversaturated, and there are so many people doing it that it's like the music business. It's so hard to diversify yourself, to make yourself unique, to put yourself out there and have people see it. And that's why I was so discouraged for such a long time, because I felt like I'd made good content. I worked hard, and I did, but there's just so many people that it's like impossible to break out of that. And that's why when people ask me, how did I find relative success on YouTube? Because when you think about it, I'm in the mid 800s when it comes to subscriber count. And so relative to the rest of YouTube, I'm incredibly small. It's just, I'm a fraction of like 1%. If that makes any sense. I'm tiny relative to YouTube, but relative to Halo, I am a bigger channel. And so people ask me, like, how did you make it, or how did you make these friends, or whatever, or how did you propel yourself past that first hurdle, which is getting yourself out there and getting to like 100 subscribers. And the answer used to be work hard, upload consistently, be yourself, be entertaining. And while all of those still apply, it's more on making the right friends and making the right connections and being professional than it is those other things now. And obviously it's a combination of many things, and a lot of it's luck. I am very lucky that I was thrust in the situation that I was put into, and it's really, you gotta wait for your one chance, and you gotta take it. And that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm still in the middle of it. And all of this is, I've decided, like I said, it was whenever I first got this opportunity, I decided I am not taking this for granted. I am going to go as hard as possible, and that's what I've been doing. I've been doing daily uploads for the most part for a while. I've upgraded so much. I used to do 7, 20, 30 videos, and every single video of mine for every single day was a game ripped from my live stream. And I thought that, oh, I'm putting a video out every single day, that should be fine. But what I didn't think about was the amount of work that goes into it. I have since upgraded to 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm doing different series. I'm trying to work on clickable titles and better thumbnails and the whole marketing side of YouTube and making myself presentable and professional and as well as entertaining and funny and all these other things. And it just comes back to it is I was on a road trip with these guys, with the Chaotix guys, the people that I watched before I was ever a part of it. Now I'm not gonna say I wasn't like an avid fan of these guys, but I knew of them in the community. When people like if before September, if you had asked me who Proximity was, I could have gone, oh, he's a Halo YouTuber. I know who he is. Or if you had asked me like what Chaotix was, I could have told you it's like an organization of content creators for Halo. And so being on the outside, and what really hit me was when we were on this road trip, I thought of it really reminded me of Cole's 2050 Chattanooga vlog, because I had just started getting into competing seriously, and I was looking for a team to go to this event in Chattanooga because obviously I live in Tennessee. But I couldn't find a team, and I was just watching and seeing all this content from it, and then watching Cole's vlog and all of these friends that hung out together and went to this event, and these people that, you know, other people discuss this, other competitors from other titles, and just even in general people that go to like YouTube events and like people, things like TwitchCon and VidCon and stuff like that, people that like you've known online for so long that you finally meet in person. It's like I don't know, it's like weird but so cool, and it really hit me when I was on this road trip. I was walking around this random city in Indiana with these guys that I had been like watching before I was ever a part of the organization and the group, and I'm friends with these guys now. I'm like close friends with these guys, and it's so cool, and it weirds me out, but when I'm there, when I'm with them, they're just other people. They're just friends. Like, we staggered into a hotel at 4 in the morning in some random town in Kentucky and got a room, and there was some joke about Cole getting claustrophobic in the shower, and we were all just dying laughing, and I could not imagine myself in that scenario, and not even in that scenario specifically, but in a scenario similar to that, where I'm just hanging out with these guys, doing random stuff, laughing my ass off to something random, with people that I had just watched on the internet. Because you guys don't understand, there is not much of a barrier between you and me. You guys are sitting at home watching this on your computer or your TV or your iPhone or whatever it is, but I'm just sitting here on the other side of my Xbox and my monitor and my computer talking to a camera. And you guys, people don't realize that it seems so foreign to them, but it's not. And I've never just like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, and there's so much on my mind, but like being in that environment, being in that scenario where I was with all these people that I look up to, because I look up to those guys so much. And I can see them as friends, and we can give each other shit, and we can joke around. But I look up to those guys so much, and I would never say this to them in person, but I look up to those guys so much because to so many people, they are like above normal human beings. They are like celebrities in this community, and they are such genuine good people. And being in that environment, I have never been more motivated. Like, we walked around like I said, a random city in Indiana, and we took pictures, and we vlogged and joked around. And because of that, and coming home and seeing what it can do, and I've had this thought bouncing around ever since I got this opportunity back in September. Whoa. We're just gonna turn that off. Didn't mean for that to disrupt this, but anyway, sorry. I just like seeing all that and being in that environment and coming back. Like I said, I had decided that I was going to take this 100%, and I have never been more motivated to go hard with YouTube. I am sitting here, and it's Sunday afternoon. It's January 15th, Sunday afternoon, and I'm just sitting here, and I have 830 subscribers. And I am planning videos for when I hit 1,000, and I've never been more motivated to just like sit here and come up with ideas and to play this game and to meet more people, and just all this stuff is just bouncing around in my head because October I went to my first major Halo tournament. I'd been to a Halo tournament before, I'd been to a Call of Duty tournament before, I'd been to events before, but I went to my first major Halo event with a good team. And we went there and we met people who said they were fans of us. Like, we went to this event and people were like, yeah, we know who you are. And to me, that's still mind-blowing because I am a 17-year-old kid and I sit here and yell at my computer and my parents get pissed at me. And I've formed these relationships and met these people, and then also gone to this event where I've played in this game that I've loved for so many years. I've played in a organized competition for it where there were professional players there, and these people, like, something that really hit me was I have this, you guys see it, one of my favorite hoodies is my Final Boss hoodie. I wear it all the time. It's like people get annoyed with me because I wear that hoodie so much because I love it. Because Final Boss to me doesn't represent just Final Boss. It represents obviously the team, and it represents Halo and where it's been and where it can go, and just all these other things to me, and it honestly it motivates me. And it really hit me when we walked into this event. It was UGC St. Louis in October. We walked into this event and we went to the venue and we were just sitting there, and I'm sitting there wearing my Final Boss hoodie, and Walshy walks over to us and we have a conversation with Walshy, and Walshy goes, I like your hoodie. And I was like, to me in the moment I was like, yeah, it's really cool, but like thinking back on it, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I watched the USA documentary on the MLG events from like 2006 to 2007. I've been watching this guy since I was 9 years old, like even less than that. And like in the same venue, like I met Ogre 2, I met Fear Itself, I met all these different people, and it's just like, it's so foreign, but at the same time it's so close. And just, I don't know, this whole video has been sort of random and all over the place, but there's so many thoughts about YouTube and Halo and all these things in general that are bouncing around in my head. I have so many positive feelings going right now that I felt like I needed to make a video, because I've never been more motivated. I have never been more happy. I have never been more excited for the future than I am at this moment right now, because I'm going to sit here and work my ass off, and I'm going to make videos, and I'm going to have like a really sick 1,000 subscriber celebration that I've been planning since like I hit 700, like even before then. And I'm growing at an absurd rate. There are more and more people subscribing to me every single day. I get comments on all these videos saying, on my Arena Tips videos, saying, this helped me so much. I went from Gold 3 to Diamond 4 in like 4 hours of playing. And I get comments on like my Shoddy Snipers videos saying, this is hilarious, do more of these. And just like random positive feedback, and even the negative feedback. I heard this really interesting point from Cole, where he said, I was so glad when people started disliking my videos, because that's when people started taking my content seriously. I remember I uploaded a video a couple days ago. Within 5 minutes of it being uploaded, it had 35, 40 views, had 1 like and like 3 dislikes. And in that moment, I was kind of bummed. But thinking about it now, I was like, maybe that was a shitty video, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just haters. Like, people are taking my content more seriously, and how appreciative I could be of that, and how it shouldn't like phase me. And like, I don't know, it's all these different thoughts. But I just want you guys to know, I am working harder and being more motivated and upping my content. And you guys, I hope you guys can tell the extra effort that I've been putting in, because making the jump from 720/30 live stream highlights, where it takes me like 30 minutes to make a video, making the jump to 1080/60, planning out when videos are going to go up, making schedules, doing all this different stuff. And this video is kind of different, but all this extra work that I've been putting in to make it work, to make it the best that it can possibly be, I hope you guys notice it, and I hope that it goes appreciated. And even if it doesn't, like, it's fine, because I'm having so much fun, and I'm so satisfied with where it's going, and I'm so appreciative of the opportunities I've been given and the people that watch me. I look at that number, that subscriber count, and people say that it's just a number. Every YouTuber says this. There are a list of YouTube cliches that people could like talk about forever, about how people go, oh, it's just a number, and how there's videos every single time somebody hits 1K, every single time somebody hits 10K, every single time somebody hits 100K or a million, there are videos saying, thank you, this wouldn't be possible without all you guys. But me looking at that number that says 830 as of today, it motivates me, because if you think about it, my mom brought up a really interesting point. We were at my school in the gym during a basketball game, and I like looked at my subscriber count, and it was like 830, because I have a live subscriber count up, and then I check periodically on my phone, and I looked at it and it said like 830, and my mom was like, imagine this room times 6 or something, or imagine this room times 4, and I was like it blew my mind, because it's so in relative to YouTube, that's a really, really small number, but relative to real life and to Halo, that is an absurd amount of people that are seeing me every single day, that are seeing my content. And to kind of wrap things up, because I've been talking for a while, I've never been more appreciative of the level of success that I've attained thus far. I am not going to stop. I'm going to continue to work harder. I am going to make this thing work. I'm going to work my hardest. I've never been more motivated. I've never been more happy. Just to rehash all that, I'm so incredibly pleased and proud and happy of the people that I've met and the relationships that I've made, and all of the different people that I know, that it really hit me when, and you guys are probably going to see videos from the trip, but just that's when it really hit me, was being on the outside looking in for so long, and how easily that barrier disappeared. And one moment I was just sitting at home watching it on my phone, and the next I'm crammed in the back of a car with Proximity and Corpsic while Big Texas is screaming at me from the front seat, and I'm sitting here watching Proximity and Corpsic talk shit to each other while playing Hearthstone, while I'm sitting there in the middle just laughing. How crazy that was to me. And so I hope you guys understood the sort of there's not really a message to this video. It's just sort of a compilation of thoughts, I guess you could put it that way. But I do want there to be a positive takeaway from this, being never it's gonna sound so dumb. Never give up, but I mean that in the most genuine way possible. Whenever you're given an opportunity, take advantage of it. Whenever you're faced with something that looks daunting, don't bitch out. Whenever you see me on your computer screen playing a game and yelling at it and being happy, don't think of that as foreign, as far off, as unattainable, as something greater than a normal person, because like I said, I'm one step away from being like your best friend, from sitting in the back of a car with you and laughing about some stupid joke. I don't know, it's just, I don't know, this whole thing is just crazy to me, and how my life has taken such a dramatic turn since early September of 2016. And I really wanted to talk about that around New Year's. I wanted to make a video about how 2016 was the best year of my life, and I never got around to doing that. But I wanted to kind of encompass those thoughts in this video, because 2016 was so huge for me. In probably 3 days, I went from being a fan, being somebody who sat and watched, to being somebody who was watched, if that made any sense. From being somebody who, as douchey as this is going to sound, people, I don't want to say it like that. People send me messages and leave me comments and tweet at me saying that I'm like an inspiration because I'm so young and I've done this and I've done well, and how much this whole thing means to me, and how dramatic of a turn that my life took in those 3 days. How I went from nothing to something in the middle of September just because of the opportunity that I was given. And I really don't want to talk any longer because it's been 25 minutes, but I hope you guys understood where I'm coming from. I hope if you stuck around and watched this whole 25 minutes, thank you. I hope that it was enjoyable to listen to. I hope that the things that I was saying made sense. I hope that it was not too far all over the place, if that phrase made any sense. I hope that it wasn't too everywhere, that it was not understandable. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. So, moral of the story: be happy, work hard, take advantage of the opportunities you're given. Don't take anything for granted, because it's, I don't know, it's just where I'm at right now. The rate that I'm growing, the friends that I've made, everything is just incredible right now, and I'm super happy, and I want you guys to know that, and I want you guys to know that I appreciate every single one of you. So, with all that said, thank you guys for watching this incredibly long video. I hope you all enjoyed. Likes are appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. #road to 1K. I love all of you. I'll see you guys later.